Oh, back. I'm gonna do a video this time of a snowblower, Craftsman, 5.5 horsepower, 24-inch width. It's got electric start. There's a Tecumseh engine. The gentleman brought it to me, said that the pull cord's missing, or don't have a pull cord, and second thing is it won't start. So I pulled it off. I'm checking everything. I did pull the recoil off. This is it right here. I did check it over. There was just a little piece of rope in here where it comes out into here, was tied into a knot. There's just one little piece there, and so I thought maybe the rope was still left in here, but it's not. So I didn't get lucky in that part, because usually you could just kind of pull it out a little bit, put the handle back on, but there's no handle also. So I went to town real quick, picked up oil for this, for the snowblower, because the oil is black. I did check that. This is a belt. I like Sten stuff, it's cheaper, but it works just the same. I got some new rope and a new handle. So all that stuff is from our local place in town that I like to go to, and they get Sten stuff. So we're gonna get this all buttoned up here. We're gonna do this pull cord. Show you how to do a pull cord. Maybe you know how to do it, whatever. Some people don't. That's why I like making these videos, because there's some things, like sometimes I'm like, well, how does that piece go, and how does that piece go on there? And then before you know it, you look up a video that somebody put on here on YouTube, and you find it right here, and okay, well, that goes there, so then you know. So that's why I do some of this stuff, because other people's videos help me out. So I figured, hell, why the hell not? Why can't I do the same thing? Have people's little videos help me out, Ain't gonna hurt nothing, whatever. So we're gonna put some new string in this, and we'll go from there. So I'll actually have the video on here, that way you can see. Let's see if I can set this camera up. I usually have a hard time setting this stupid thing up. Which I don't know what the hell you can see, what you can't see. Yeah, it's a little noisy. So it's raining out. I'm in my shed here, so hopefully it ain't gonna be. So it's nice and dry in here. Probably way too close. Sorry for the inconvenience here. There you go. You can kind of see what I'm doing. Alright. The spring still works on this. Everything works like it should. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wind it up. So we want to wind it up to where the spring is. And also, as if you were to pull the cord, you pull this out. So you want to turn this just like that, and that's the way you want to wind it up. So I like to hook my finger on here like this and just turn it around, hold the centerpiece, just wind it up until it gets tight, and you reach the bottom of your spring. And you got all these little grooves here, and then through your outer piece, what I like to do, find out where the string goes through. The string is going to go through here, and it's going to come out here to be tied into a knot. So as you can see, I can't really reach that point without tightening it too much. I don't want to break nothing. So I just let it go back to where that point is, and then just stick the screwdriver in between the slot. And there you go, and that'll hold that in place for you. Now, get my rope here. Hopefully I got enough lighter fluid here to burn this end on this. Ain't looking too good. My lighter and stuff here. Need to invest in some stuff, so. I'm getting my torch here ready that way. Maybe I can do it this way. So. There we go. We got fire. I use my big torch. That's all I got. I was able to get it to lighter to light enough. You just want to heat this up. You might want to have a pair of gloves on to do this. because you want to heat this up, get it nice and warm. Then what you're going to do is grab it and pull it with your fingers. Like I said, it's going to get hot, but that's why I said get gloves on, do it, probably work a little bit better. Because then this stuff right here, which is the nylon rope, likes to stick to your fingers and burns to you. It's kind of like a hot glue gun. Sticks to you and you kind of get that burn, you can't really do much about it. So this here to come out pretty decent. I'm just going to pull it a little bit more, heat it up a little bit. There. That's what you get. Shut my torch off here. So, it looked like this before. This is what it looks like now. Nice and fine point on it, that way you can get it down through the hole on this piece here, because there's a little hole it's got to go through. So I bought a lot of string because I just like to have more if I need to. Rather be prepared. So then now the tricky part, trying to feed this down through here to get it all lined up. I'm gonna stick it down through the hole here. Now you got to try to feed it through this little hole. You probably can't see it, but it's a pain in the butt. Especially when they don't line up straight like you think they would, but this is a pain in the butt to do it this way, but at the same time, at least you're not having to pull this whole mechanism off, which is not really made to come apart. So this is the way to do it. It's time consuming, but at least you're not holding a spring and trying to do it all at the same time. The spring makes it harder. What I could do is try going through this way with it. It don't matter, but if you can get it in there that way, you know, go through this way. But here, let me get this so that way I'm not making a huge video. Alright, back here again. I got it in. Here's my little pick here. I ended up actually going in this way because it's just, like I said, it takes time. You know, it's time consuming, a pain right in the butt. But once you get it, it goes good from there. So I got it in. I pulled it all the way up through it to this point. I did melt this end and got that fray all off there. So what you want to do is you want to pull it up to about here. Have your little tail on there, and then you want to tie a knot in it. Tie it pretty good. If you need to, leave a good tail on it, and then what you want to do is grab the knot. I don't know if you see what I'm doing. Grab the knot right here and the string, and then just pull down. Work your way down. If you need to, take a pair of pliers, whatever. That way you can get a good grip on it. Just lightly squeeze the vice, or squeeze the pliers, and then pull real good. Make sure you got a good knot on there. And then all you want to do, pull that right up. Make sure that's tucked down in out of the way. Ain't gonna hit nothing. Pull it right tight. And then you want to take your screwdriver out. Hold your thumb, and then grab the string I got here, and then just hold tension on it and let it go back. That way it winds up nice and tight. And go back to the point where you can see down in between here how much string is going in there. You don't want to get so much string in there that it gets tight and starts rubbing and all the time. So you want to go about here. So we'll see. So now just pretend that this is on the mower, and if you were pulling it, make sure you have a good nice arm throw of string. That's what you want. You want to make sure you got enough there. But like I said, you don't want too much wound up on there that as it's winding up, it gets bound. It'll actually, see right there, it's binded. I don't know if you can see. It's pinching right there, and it's binding up, and that'll wear your string out. So what I'm gonna do is grab it here, see how well the pull is on that. Yeah, I can go a little bit more. So right there ain't bad. Now I'm gonna take this in. This is the new handle I got. Feed it right up through. I'm gonna put this pull cord down about here. So I'm gonna try to pull it out even, right about there. I tie a knot. Sorry, you can't probably see what I'm doing. I'm stuck at making videos, so bear in mind with that. They're going to push this knot down here. Now we're going to pull it tight. I'm going to drop it right down in the handle here. And then you can pull on it good with the handle, just like this. Make sure it's good. And then you're good to go there. If you want to, you could even actually put another knot on it. It ain't going to hurt it. It's got a big area down in there that it can sit in there. So, matter of fact, I'm going to do it just for the hell of it. There's nothing worse than going to pull start something. The damn end pulls off in your hand. That hurts. So, we're going to give it one more good snug. There we go. Dropping stuff. Oh, shit. So, now you got this excess. Just snip it off, cut it off, whatever. So, there's my cutters here. I'm just gonna snip it. You can melt the end over again if you want, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I don't know how much string I had to be exact, but I usually just measure it out arm's length. All straight across, because that's how far you can get like a throw out of it, you know, when you're trying to pull start an engine. So I like to get an arm's length of an arm's length about this way across, and then you can get that and then get a little bit extra, because if you have a little bit extra, it's no big deal. You'd rather have more than enough than not enough when you're doing the string, because if you have not enough, then it makes it a pain right in the ass. So there's that done, and when I find something else here interesting, I'll come back. But we'll put this on and get that on there at least, and go check some other stuff out, and I'll come back. Alright, I got the pull start on. These engines always pull over really easy, but got it up on a jack stand because I just like to work on it like that, because that my back hurts. But pulled the I'm gonna set this back down for this, that way you can see it. There. Where's my flashlight? So in the process, I did pull the cover off the belt, check the belts real quick. This belt right here, the front one for the auger, is really loose, and the adjustment, there's an adjustment right here, right there, that you can tighten up this cable for your linkage to tighten up the belt, but it's almost already maxed out, so the belt's stretched out pretty good. So I did take the liberty of getting a new belt, but I wanted to show you this here. Where is it? Pulled the cover off. Nasty looking spider there, but I don't know if you can see that down in there. No, probably not. Some of it disappeared. Where the hell did it go? Well, right there, the snake skin. There's snake skin in there, which is kind of nasty, but I don't really care for. But there's some snake skin there. I gotta pull that out of there before I get down in there, which is gross in my opinion. I don't care for snakes. So my little river out here. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that cover. I'm gonna pull the bottom pan off on the bottom here. That way I can get into the belt too. That and check to make sure everything lubed underneath. So I'll do that, and like I said, I'll come back, and then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do the carburetor because he said it won't start. So he obviously hooked up the electric start. So I'll do the belt quick, and might show you something on that, and then I'll come back. We'll do the carburetor. Well, there's I got the pan on. There's part of the snake skin. The other part of it's down there, right there. Nasty. Yes, I do have extra long needle nose pliers for it. Gross. Don't care for that crap. Even though it's just a little gardener probably, but This little gardener snake, but still, I don't care for that. I don't wanna. Back, I got the snakeskin belt. I'm gonna call it off. This is the belt here. It's cogged. If I'm gonna put one on there, it's not cogged because I don't. There's no teeth or anything. I don't know why they put a cogged belt on there. But, you know why they did that. But see here, it's cracking. Plus it's stretched out. So got a new belt that goes on it. I believe this belt is supposed to be 35 inches and a quarter, 35 and a quarter inches. So I got a 35-inch belt. But I can make up for it with this adjustment right here. Tightening it up and loosening it up. I'll loosen it all the way up. Put the new belt on, and should go on. I haven't had a problem before, so we'll see. It's only a quarter of an inch, which is like this much, you know. It's not a whole hell of a lot. So we'll get this in there. This does have one of these stupid tensioners in there. It's like a guide. You do have to take this out in order to put the belt in and out. It's a pain right in the butt, but it's not horrible. You gotta take it in off from down in here, and then you gotta, when you pull the, see that move? There's like a stop on it. Yeah, it pushes on the belt, so just make sure it goes back on there. You gotta pull the cable, slide the new belt in there, and you're good to go. But I'll put the new one in and come back. Okay, I just wanted to show this one thing real quick. I got the belt on for that one, so it's all good to go. But make sure you lube up. Here, if I can put this light somewhere. Here. Make sure this is lubed up. Spray some WD-40 on this piece here, because this is your adjustment up here for your speed, wheel speed. You can see it here. See how it slides back and forth? If you have problems with yours binding and it's hard to get it into, like, say, reversed or back into gear, that's because of that there needs to be adjusted. Or not adjusted, sorry, lubed up, this bar right there. This one here is just your axle, because then that runs over to this gear, and it turns this gear right here, which then turns your wheels. So make sure this is sprayed up. We got some WD-40 right here. Try not to get this plate in the background, this plate right here and down here. Try not to get that covered with WD-40, because this rubber piece right here is what turns on it. It's friction. It uses like a friction plate, and that's your wheel. So you don't want to try to get the oil on that, because then if it spins, then you aren't gonna be going nowhere, you know. So just lightly just spray it up. Get in here on this gear. I like to get in here because there's a bearing inside this piece here. But spray this up. I like to spray in where the gear's gonna go. Get those all, make sure those are all nice and good. And then this is just a plastic piece here on each side sleeve, so I like to spray them up. Ain't gonna hurt nothing by doing so. Now, then just move the selector back and forth, and then you're lubed up, ready to go. And if you do get some on here, you can just wipe it off, which I did a little bit. So I'm gonna do that, and then, like I said, that's all you need to do. And I'm gonna come back and with some more, and well, like I said, I gotta do the carburetor next. So we'll see. All right, I'm gonna remove the carburetor. Start with these two screws here. Take them out. Got one right there. Looks like a 5/16. And want to pop. Hang on here. We'll try to do another horrible video, I guess. Alright, we'll get this up like that. Maybe that'll work. Maybe this works. Maybe we won't. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's do this one-handed. Want to just stick a screwdriver in here, pry outwards, and you'll get this piece to pop right off. It's a pain. You just gotta wiggle it, then it'll pop right off. I just set it up out of the way. You can leave the key in, the key can stay, but just get that off, and then these screws, and then this, and I'll come back. Alrighty, got the cover off. Right there's the wire to the key. You gotta have that in there or else it won't start. See if this has got a slide on end. I think it does. Yeah. What the hell is that all about? Hold on. Okay. Make sure that's in there. Well, that's going to be stupid every time. Well, whatever. Just push it out of the way, get it out of the way. One way or another. Whatever you got to do, get it out of the way. Now, fuel line comes across. It has the fuel shut off on it. Turn it off. This one doesn't. So, these are my special little pliers I got. You can already see there's some nasty... Turn my light on here. You can see there's nasty gunk in there already. So, more than likely, got it gummed up. It's typical on these. But damn. I don't want to try. I'm gonna make sure I don't run out of video this time. Kind of like my last video. Just as I was about ready to start it up, damn thing runs out of video. Shocker. So, there ain't enough room here for me to really crimp it off. I could. It's gonna make a pain in my butt. So, underneath the tank on this side here, the hose is hanging out a little bit. I'm just gonna stick that on there and crimp it there. That works. But doing that, you'll get some gas coming out. Whatever, no big deal. Gonna hurt nothing. So, these little devil clips here, I call them. Pop these off. Man, these things are a pain right now. I'm gonna spin it up, and then we can get onto it. Look at different pair of pliers, because these ones aren't working for me. And these will work. There, wiggle that back off, slide it back there, good to go. Now you just gotta work this fuel line off without breaking that. So it is plastic, it is junk. But yeah, try to get that off. Oh, Jesus. Been on this whole entire time. Great. Wasted my video. Of course, I can't edit it, so sorry. You had to listen to me do all that crap. Wasted your time. My time, too. Like I said, nastiness in there. Drained it out. A lot of water. So, I'm going to pull this off. Save more time on my video, because like I said, I ain't got much time left. I didn't know I was still recording. Here we go here. Alright. Got it loose. And there's your main pilot. Pull this bowl off, see what it looks like in here. Yeah. You can see that down in there. I tip it up. That's probably too shiny. And there. You can kind of see the yellow in there, and then the really dark yellow in the center. That's again, water. So we're gonna dump that out. Yuckies. I don't know why I didn't get my gloves on. Whatever, late for that now. Clean out the carburetor bowl. Get a rag here. Sorry, out of shot here. I'm not good at making these videos. At videoing, I should just say. You can use a little bit of carb cleaner on this outside of here to clean up this grunge. Sometimes it'll just come off with just wiping it with a rag. Most of the time it just does it anyways, so. Well, you have some tarnish on there. Sometimes it's just downright nasty. See, like down in here. Damn. There we go. Get a clean rag. Don't want to have like grass on it or some shit. So, got little spots here. Scrape them off. Other than that, down in there's not too bad. See, it's got one little speck right there. There. Decent. Decent. So now next thing I'm going to clean this up. I like to get that clean. You need to get it clean, especially for it to run. You can leave the little gasket on there. You could try taking it out if it'll come off, but I wouldn't force it because like this one here started making some crumbly noises. So I was careful, but so you can work it and it'll come right off. And that'll save it because when the carb cleaner hits that, sometimes it usually just doesn't do good things. So I'm just going to scrub this up with this is a brass brush. Just to keep things nice and clean. A good way to clean the outside without marring it up too much. You can go down inside here and just give it a nice swirl. Q-tips work good too. Q-tips, if you zing it around in there a good couple times, that does pretty good. You want to look to see if you can see daylight through there, your bottom port, and then you know you clean. And then there's one little one right there, you want to make sure it's clean too. And where's my... Lost it again. Son of a gun. No, hey, here it is. Just got moved. My little wire brush, pull it out. From a wire brush itself, just pull one of the bristles out. And it's small enough to fit right down that little tiny hole. Make sure that's nice and clean. You can actually see it come out into the orifice. You want to make sure that's clean. So this one actually has another step in it. It's pretty neat. I've never seen one of them. Down inside here, of course you can't see. Well, there's a real small orifice, and sometimes usually it's never that small.